Breaking news. Well, I'm sure most of you guys heard the news by now because, well, as soon as I uploaded the previous Jaron Ennis video saying he has no fight. Cody Crowley's moving on to a dude named Solo Main or whatever his name is. And Jaron Ennis is kind of left in limbo. But now, coming to find out, Jaron Ennis actually signs with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. It's your boy, Mr. 926, a.k.a. Bushido the Dragon, a.k.a. Captain Karate, a.k.a. the Silver-Haired Demon, a.k.a. I could just do this all day, the two-time demonetized champion of the world.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Get the likes up.
Check it out, man. Jaron Ennis. This is probably the best move for Boots. This probably was the best move for Jaron Ennis. Why? Because of this. Quote, I've been out of the ring for a year, and I cannot wait to get back in and do what I do best. Entertain the fans and put on clinics. Yeah, Jaron Ennis has been out of the ring for a whole year. Whole year. It went by that quick. Last time we saw him against Raymond Villa, and he put up a clinic against that guy, right? Easy work for Jaron Ennis, and he's kind of been in a limbo since. Of course, the Spence Crawford situation. He was the guy next in line for the IBF. Spencer Crawford had to handle their situation. Spencer ended up on a fight, yada, yada, yada. Jaron Ennis gets elevated to IBF champion after they stripped Terrence Crawford because of the negotiations fell through with Spence, blah, 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 blah. Now, he finds himself with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing in a multi-fight deal. And he's expected to return this summer. But Eddie Hearn has this to say, right? He says, wow, what a signing. I've watched this young man for many years, and I've always believed he would become a pound-for-pound great, and I have no doubt he is already the greatest fighter in the division. To win the race, to sign Jaron is a massive coup for Matchroom Boxing and the Zone. Holding the IBF title in one of the boxing's glamour divisions places Jaron front and center for some of the biggest fights out there in the sport, and we plan to deliver them for him. Jaron has everything needed to become a household name in both in the sport and in the sport hotbed of his Philadelphia hometown. Well, we are committed to building him. Fight fans can get excited for his return in the summer as he looks to hunt down the biggest fights that will elevate him to the pound-for-pound list. So, yeah, man, Jaron Ennis is going to be having a lot of hometown fights. One thing I know about Eddie Hearn is that he likes to go to markets that other promotion companies don't tend to mess with. He'll fight in Philadelphia. He'll fight in Oklahoma. He'll fight in Kansas City, Missouri. He'll fight in Gary, Indiana or something like that, right? Eddie Hearn isn't afraid to try to open up new markets for the sport of boxing because let's be honest, a lot of places could be available for boxing, but it seems like they only want to have boxing in places like New York or Las Vegas, maybe sometimes L.A., that's about it. But what about like Atlanta, Chicago, what about those cities, Houston? Now, they don't really try to go everywhere. Eddie Hearn tends to kind of go to places that's not necessarily known for boxing, but has boxing fans. But Philadelphia is a city of brotherly love, is a fighter city, and everything else. So you would expect, when Jaron Ennis was on PBC, right? You would have expected them to have a lot of fights at home, right? A lot of fights for Boots at home. They never really have fights at home in Philadelphia. That's kind of crazy to me. But whatever the case, Boots Ennis is looking like he's going to be returning this summer. I'm hearing rumors, right? I didn't get to look into it yet, and we're going to go to live and we're going to talk about it. But I'm hearing that he called out Errol Spence, wants to tackle him at 154. I heard he called out Terrence Bud Crawford. So, yeah, Boots Ennis is feeling himself right now. And this is a good move for Jaron. Really, really good move for Jaron Ennis. I mean, what else was he going to do, right? PBC, he was sitting on the show for 26-year-old, super talented fighter sitting on the show. This is the same thing that was happening to Terrence Crawford. But guess what? PBC was doing it to Boots. I'm not saying it was by design or on purpose or anything like that. But let's just come on. Let's be fair, right? It's just the way it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it goes. PBC fucked up the ball with Boots, and Top Rank fucked up with Terrence Bud Crawford. Now Eddie Hearn has Jaron Ennis. I would like to see Counter Ben and Jaron Ennis go at it. I'm not sure if Eddie Hearn is willing to make a fight between those two just yet. But I'm trying to figure out who the hell is Eddie Hearn going to have him fight. Eddie Hearn don't have an abundance of top-name welterweights on his stable. However, what he do have is a relationship with the Saudis, and they could possibly make some big fights happen, maybe at 154 pounds. I'm not quite sure how they're going to move Jaron Ennis. We've seen Eddie Hearn pick up some guys in the past that was avoided fighters, guys like Boo Boo Andrade, Demetrius Andrade, and he couldn't really do nothing with him besides keep him busy and keep him paid. And this is likely what's going to be happening for Boots. He's going to be busy and he's going to be paid. And if you check out YSM Sports Media video, that's pretty much what Boots said. YSM asked him, what are you looking for, the big fights or activity, yada, yada, yada. Well, Boots said pretty much he just wanted to kind of just stay active because he's been out of the ring for a year and everything else will fall into place. So, yeah, man, this was a really good move for Jaron Boots Ennis, man. I can't knock it. You know, I still question what opponents Eddie Hearn's going to make in the lab to face this guy. But whatever the case, I think it's going to be a lucrative signing for Boots. Eddie Hearn, we know Eddie Hearn, you earn with Hearn. That's what they used to say, right? And Jaron Boots Ennis is about to be making a lot of money, and he's about to be an active fighter. And we're going to see a lot more of Jaron Boots Ennis. And really, let's be honest, that's what we want to see because he's a very talented fighter. Tell me what you guys think. Jaron Boots Ennis signs with Matchroom Boxing. Was this the best move for Boots? Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holler at your boy. Peace out.